Adventures in Europe, a Jack the Ripper tour of London. We'll take you to Mars, and we'll take you riding with the Royal Canadian Mounted Police. These ladies are not content to have a calm, collected vacation. We'll take you along on some wild women holidays. Plus, we'll head north to Canada for an encounter with the Mounties.
And this is Jim Finnerty. We're off to London and a tour that puts you in the footprints of Jack the Ripper. If it's happening in travel, it's happening on Travel Update.
From around the world to the World Wide Web, this is the nation's online interactive travel show, Travel Update.
Hi, everyone. Thanks for joining us on Travel Update this third week of August. I'm Vicki Liviakis. Great show for you this week. We not only take you around the globe, we'll steer you to travel information online through our Travel Update website at travelupdate.com. But let's start with an unusual travel adventure. If you've ever vacationed with a group, you know how important it is to share the same interests and be willing to take part in the same travel experience. Well, this week, some women who are doing just that and lots more. Women who travel alone by car, on a cruise, checking out the local wildlife. No big deal, right? Women can and do travel alone safely. I've been doing it for years. But every once in a while, you just want to run with the pack. The pack in this case is a group called Wild Women Adventures, run by a couple of women whose motto is insanity with dignity.
We're Lucy and Ethel, meet Thelma and Louise.
Carol Rivendell and Martha Lind cooked up Wild Women Adventures, they say, not because they hate men, but so that women can travel in a comfortable environment anywhere in the world.
You're on your own, but not alone. You become like sisters. It's really like going back to school and being in the dorm or going to summer camp.
They've taken tours to Africa. One is coming up in Egypt, and Switzerland will never be the same.
We've had some fun, I have to say, but nothing too, nothing that Mom wouldn't be proud about.
Wild Women is one of more than 75 women's-only tour operators around these days, but don't let the name fool you.
We're the sissies of women's travel.
Yes.
We don't like to sweat, and we
Or be out of breath.
Yeah, or be out of breath, and we consider it roughing it when there's no room service.
Wild women are more likely to shop till they drop, stop a baby in a stroller, or pet a stray kitten than, say, cat around at night. But every so often, even the most timid must answer the call of the wild.
What it means to be a wild woman? This is definitely what it means to be a wild woman.
Okay. After spending about 10 days with these wild women, I can definitely tell you it is a very different kind of travel adventure. Here are a couple of websites to share with you. One for those Wild Women Adventures, and the second if you want more information about vacations in Switzerland. We've told you in the past that the United States has one of the lowest numbers in the world when it comes to paid vacation time for workers. Well, seems that many folks have decided to buy their way out. If you work in Germany, France, or Italy, you'll get, on average, about 4 weeks of paid vacation a year, and that doesn't include public holidays. But in the United States, the average worker will get just over 2 weeks of paid vacation per year. But now a new report from a business survey group says more and more companies are letting employees buy vacation time. The report by the Hewitt Group says 24% of large companies took part in such plans last year, compared to 15% just 4 years ago. Even better, some companies buy back vacation days that you're not able to use. Since you've sold back that vacation time and you now have more money for the holiday you are taking, why not treat yourself and order room service? Well, a new survey from Gourmet Magazine says you'll have to do a little traveling to find the best. Gourmet polled thousands of subscribers to come up with a list, and here's what they found. The Ritz-Carlton in Laguna Niguel, California, was 5th on the list, preceded by the Phoenician in Scottsdale, Arizona, the Oriental in Bangkok, Thailand, and the Hotel Cipriani in Venice, Italy. Top spots when it comes to room service? Well, the readers of Gourmet Magazine gave that honor to the Connaught Hotel in London. London's hotels are part of the rich history of that city, along with locations that center on the less savory episodes of Britain's past. Next week, London marks the anniversary of the first death in a series of crimes that came to be known as the Jack the Ripper case. Our Jim Finnerty says that while the deaths may have occurred 110 years ago, they still hold our fascination today.
Victorian England was the pinnacle of British power and home to a killer called Jack the Ripper. In 1888, 5 brutal murders took place in these dark alleys of East London.
Whitechapel is quite a good place to start such a tour because the murders were initially known as the Whitechapel murders.
John Mufti takes travelers down the real-life trail of Jack the Ripper.
What you're looking at is the first Jack the Ripper murder site. Now, the date was the 31st of August, 1888, and the time about 3 o'clock in the morning.
8 days later, the Ripper struck again. The mutilated body was discovered across the street from this house.
Her throat was cut so deeply, there seems to be an attempt to cut her head off.
It was only 31 days later that the Ripper would strike again, and this time he did it with a vengeance. In one night in this neighborhood, 2 young women lost their lives, less than 45 minutes apart. On November 9th, the Ripper struck a final time, taking Marie Kelly to her apartment down these streets.
By the time he's finished, her body is barely recognizable as human at all.
I felt a bit creepy. I can imagine that atmosphere.
That was Jack's final murder. But why he stopped and who he was is still a mystery.
It's one of the great puzzles of all time, I think. Who was Jack the Ripper?
The tour ends at the 10 Bells, an ancient pub where the Ripper himself may have frequented. Here, John and his friends raise a glass to a London legend. For Travel Update, I'm Jim Finnerty.
There is some good travel news for Egypt this week. Visitor numbers are on the increase again, and the U.S. State Department has lifted a travel advisory about vacations in that Middle Eastern country. Egypt's pyramids and monuments have been drawing travelers for literally hundreds of years. Last year, Egypt welcomed more international travelers than any other country in the region. But a terrorist attack last November left 58 people dead and brought Egyptian tourism to a standstill. But tourist numbers for June and July show visitors on the increase and strong bookings for fall as well. The country has instituted new security arrangements at almost every attraction. The government earlier lifted some fees to spur interest, and some tour companies are offering discounts as well. A couple of stories on flying this week. Let's start with in-flight movies. Titanic may be the hot film for 1998, but In the Air in '97, One Fine Day led the list of the most popular movies at 35,000 feet. Jerry Maguire, The First Wives Club, 101 Dalmatians, and The Saint rounded out the top 5. And new air service to Denver by British Airways could boost Colorado's international ski market by more than 30%. British Airways is launching direct 777 flights between London Gatwick and Denver International. Some 50,000 British skiers currently arrive in Colorado every year. The State Ski Association says the new service could double that number by 2002. If you're a regular viewer, you already know that we like to keep you up to date on travel, not only on air, but online as well. That's why you should spend some time at our Travel Update website. Just log on to travelupdate.com for travel guides from photos, deals and destinations at Preview Travel, along with stories from today's show. All of the online addresses you've seen and lots more. That's travelupdate.com. Lots more to come on Travel Update this week. Just ahead, a travel adventure on the planet Mars. Some advice from the experts on traveling with baby. Plus, we'll take you riding with the Royal Canadian Mounted Police. A question about water for you this week. Can you name the world's largest man-made lake? We'll have the answer when we come back.
Presenting the vacuum cleaner you won't believe.
I couldn't believe how much hair was picked up.
It picks up everything. It's amazing. And you don't have to have bags.
The incredible Phantom Fury vacuum. You won't believe the power. It devours dirt.
I was absolutely amazed at the power that it had.
The secret is patented dual cyclonic action driven by a 12-amp motor and no bags. Instead, an easy-to-empty bin. You won't believe the versatility. And watch this. In a snap, the handle converts to a cleaning wand.
You see a cobweb? Zap, right now.
3 onboard attachments reach everywhere dirt is lurking. And for cleaner air, a certified HEPA filter.
I have a new toy. I love it.
The Phantom Fury.
It's incredible. That's all I can tell you. It's really incredible.
Call for a free video of the Phantom Fury in action. You have to see it to believe it. There's no obligation. Call now.
He broke her heart. I would cry and I would beg him back.
Now he says, I'm sorry.
Bottom of my heart, I'm sorry.
Don't do what you do to me to anybody else.
Men apologize to the women they hurt.
I'm sorry for destroying our relationship.
And why is actor Blair Underwood leading the cause? Was there something that you felt you needed to apologize for? I found out something about men I never knew. Is that how men think? Is that how men think? Next, Oprah.
Monday at 4 on KXTV 10.
I felt like I was on a roller coaster ride. Then I found Harmonex, an herbal supplement from SunSource. Harmonex with St. John's wort to keep my spirits up emotionally and Siberian ginseng to keep me going physically. I feel like myself again. Keep harmony in your life with Harmonex.
Arthritis, backache, sore muscles? Give pain the 1-2 punch with Icy Hot. It goes on icy to dull the pain, then gets hotter and backs it away. Fight back. Give your pain the 1-2 punch and knock out pain with Icy Hot.
Did you know the answer to our travel quiz this week? The world's largest man-made lake is at Owens Falls in Uganda. It has 205 billion square meters of water. Travel to Mars may never be a reality for most people, but National Geographic is providing you a chance to see what it would be like to step lightly across the red planet. In the current issue of National Geographic magazine, an article on Mars allows you to don 3D glasses and experience a planet that's fascinated Earthlings for centuries. The pictures capture the feeling of standing in the red dust, which covers Mars, and gives further details on the Pathfinder mission last year. The same issue also has new pictures on the wreckage of the Titanic. You won't be dragging the kids to Mars, but family travel appears to be up almost everywhere else this summer. A new report from the Travel Industry Association shows that travel numbers are posting healthy gains for June, July, and August, and family travel is emerging as a big part of that picture. Vacations by car are the favorites for most parents, but air traffic is also up across Europe, the United States, and internationally. In the U.S., lower gasoline prices are also sparking interest in getting on the road. Of course, if you have an infant, traveling can often become a test of wills and endurance. After all, the baby's on a completely different schedule, and dinner, diapers, and diversions don't always show up at their regular time. But those small problems don't mean you have to stay at home. Have baby will travel. There's no reason not to, but this bundle of joy is a handful. Of course, when you're traveling with the baby, the most important thing to bring along is the baby. Unless you want to bring along a moving truck, the rest of this stuff, you may as well leave at home. After flying with now 8-month-old Anna, Heidi Young learned some do's and don'ts.
The first time I flew with Anna, I may have brought too much with me on the airplane, and so it was really a hassle getting off the airplane.
Lightweight toys are a must. Some old favorites and some new distractions, like this book made of cloth.
Great airplane toy because it doesn't annoy anybody. Doesn't make a lot of sound, and that's really important to be considerate of the other passengers.
One handy and free source of amusement, in-flight magazines.
Anna and most babies her age or older love tearing those apart, love looking at pictures of faces and places and colors.
Airlines are allowing fewer carry-ons, so Heidi likes this snap and go. It turns her car seat into a stroller, then she checks it at the gate.
All the domestic airlines have now agreed to charge 50% of the lowest ticketed price for an infant seat, as long as the parent provides an infant holder or a car seat for that seat.
Kyle McCarthy is the editor of Family Travel Forum, a newsletter with travel updates and advice.
So that's really a great deal because it's much safer for your infant to travel that way than it is as a lap child.
To increase your chances of getting an empty seat next to you, avoid peak travel times and let the airline know you'll have your baby on board. Along with some prior planning for that travel with baby, let's give you a couple of websites to check out. It can make it easier on the whole family. Speaking of mom or dad and the kids, Central Florida is the #1 destination for family vacations in the United States. But if you're only heading for the theme parks, you're missing something. When we come back, we'll spend some holiday time in Central Florida. But this time, we have encounters with Mother Nature instead of those man-made adventures. We'll take you there in just a moment.
I am a guide through the Himalayas. They call me a Sherpa.
Lycos is your personal guide to the internet.
I'm the Sherpa of Sherpas.
Lycos searches millions of websites.
You'll need helpful guide.
And Lycos finds just what you want, quickly and easily.
They find me somehow. Kula Sherpa here for Sherpa self-distinction.
Get Lycos, or get lost.
Remember, I'm the big yak daddy.
If swollen legs or low back pain bother you, if you return home each day feeling tense and tired, then get free facts by mail about the amazing Craftmatic Model 1 bed with soothing, heat, and relaxing built-in variable speed wave massage. Call a helpful operator now to get this free information kit and $200 off rebate certificate by mail. Call right away. There's absolutely no obligation.
Call toll-free 1-800-433-6161.
Hi, I want to go to Tahiti.
I'm sorry, all of our agents are busy. Stay on the line and the next available agent will assist you. Please press 2.
There's a better way to plan and book all your travel. It's on your computer. PreviewTravel.com. Keyword Preview Travel on America Online. The only name you need to take control of your travel planning every day around the clock. Preview Travel. Finally, travel on your terms.
We asked our friends to decide, and they wanted rides.
It's a thrill. It's an absolute thrill.
Fantastic. All the rides are great.
I love the animals.
The new Marine World's great. You gotta love it.
All the adults had a great time. The kids had a great time.
I like the fast high rides.
Awesome. The shows were killer.
Fun runs wild.
Everyone's wild about the new Marine World theme park in Vallejo. There's no place like it on the planet. Find all kinds of new rides, like Whitewater Safari, our River Rapids adventure.
It's a great family value.
The new rides are awesome.
It's tons of fun.
It's great. I love it. The new Marine World theme park is great.
The new Marine World theme park in Vallejo. Bring in a coupon from participating McDonald's now through Labor Day and save up to $6 off regular admission.
This portion of Travel Update is sponsored by Visit Florida.
Welcome back to Travel Update. Glad you could join us. We've talked a lot about family travel this week, and we're all set to take you to Central Florida. Now, Central Florida is the #1 family destination in America, thanks to theme parks, water parks, and dozens of other famous attractions. But we want to show you a side of the Sunshine State you may have missed. So this week in Central Florida, let's spend some time with Mother Nature. It's best known for the magic of Disney and the splash of Shamu, but Central Florida is also where you'll encounter the great outdoors. The first designated national forest east of the Mississippi River, Ocala National Forest is home to scrub oaks, sand pines, and swimming holes. Tiny lakes and freshwater springs dot this 400,000-acre wilderness. Together, Juniper Springs, Salt Springs, and Alexander Springs produce millions of gallons of water every day. You'll want to bring your swimsuit, hiking boots, and paddles.
We have some of the most pristine water that you'll find east of the Mississippi River. It really gives you a good primitive feeling of being out there and kind of like immersing yourself in the resources that we have here in Florida.
All across Florida, these outdoor encounters give you a glimpse of Mother Nature's bounty.
You can come and see an amazing variety of birds, of animals, of different kinds of plants. It's a very large, very diverse area.
You'll find Rainbow Springs just south of Ocala and a river running through Central Florida called the Wekiva. With its abundant wildlife and scenic riverbanks, the Wekiva is considered one of Florida's outstanding waterways. The river beckons canoeists of all abilities, and while many opt for short trips, you can paddle a full 16 miles to where the Wekiva flows into the St. Johns. In case you're new to the show, there's lots more information about vacations in Florida that you can get simply by asking. And that includes natural adventures, theme parks, historical holidays, and much more. Even better, it's just a toll-free call away. Dial 1-888-7FLA-USA and ask for your Florida vacation guide. You can also learn more about vacations in Florida on the web at flausa.com. If you have any questions about any of the online addresses from today's show, remember that you can check them out at our Travel Update website. You'll find us at travelupdate.com with all of our online addresses, stories from the program, plus links to travel guides, deals, and destinations from Preview Travel. Check us out at travelupdate.com. Lots more to come on Travel Update, including some advice on stretching your travel dollars. We'll also meet those Canadian Mounties who always get their man or woman. Be right back.
This portion of Travel Update has been sponsored by Visit Florida.
If swollen legs or low back pain bother you, if you return home each day feeling tense and tired, then get free facts by mail about the amazing Craftmatic Model 1 bed with soothing heat and relaxing built-in variable speed wave massage. Call toll-free now and we'll mail you this free rebate certificate good for $200 off the Craftmatic Model 1 bed of your choice. Imagine adjusting into all these comfortable positions by just touching a button on this remote control. Read, do crosswords, and watch TV for hours in fantastic comfort. May temporarily relieve low back pain, swelling of the legs, and other everyday aches and pains. You'll feel better and sleep better in a Craftmatic Model 1 bed. Call a helpful operator now to get this free information kit and $200 off rebate certificate by mail. Call right away. There's absolutely no obligation.
Call toll-free 1-800-351-5700. That's 1-800-351-5700 toll-free. 1-800-351-5700.
I don't normally show houses in this stage, but when it comes to PG&E Comfort Homes, this is my idea of an open house. You see, developers build PG&E Comfort Homes differently from other houses, so you can save up to 25% on your energy bills. For example, these tightly sealed air ducts are part of a super efficient air conditioning system. It keeps you comfortable and saves you money. Other features include a built-in gas range and hookups for a gas clothes dryer, which costs less to operate than electric models. Best of all, PG&E Comfort Homes come in a wide range of prices. To find out more, just call 1-888-PGE-7007. We'll send you this free home buyer's kit with a video showing what goes into a PG&E Comfort Home and information on developments in your area. We'll also send you hundreds of dollars worth of certificates good towards household items like appliances and hardware. So call now to find out how you could buy a PG&E Comfort Home just like this one. Well, actually more like these.
Everyone knows that the smoggy brown haze we see during the summer is bad. And most of our poor air quality is caused by this. But did you know that even on a bright summer day, what you can't see can be just as unhealthy? It's called ozone, and prolonged exposure hurts our lungs and causes problems even for healthy people. The good news is you can see right where ozone is lurking with ozone movies on the internet, so you'll know what you're breathing and what you can do about it. So this summer, be aware, drive less, and spare the air.
Peter Jennings. More experience, more depth, more solutions. No wonder more Americans get their news from ABC News. ABC's World News Tonight with Peter Jennings.
We have a couple of stories to share with you about Canada this week. We'll go riding with the Mounties in just a moment, but first, let's talk about money. Canada has more coastline than any other nation on Earth. It has urbane cities, spectacular vistas, and if you're visiting from America, it's the best bargain it's been in years. The current exchange rate delivers about $1.40 for every U.S. greenback. Border crossings from the U.S. are running at record rates as Americans head north to bring values south. The experts say you'll save even more by looking for typically Canadian products. Think of wool clothing and leather goods. After all, winter will arrive in just a few months. Now, if you're talking typically Canadian, you of course will definitely think about the Royal Canadian Mounted Police. While their main job may be law enforcement, they've come to represent much more than that to Canada.
Attention!
What is the motto of the Mounties?
They always get their man.
They are the Royal Canadian Mounted Police, better known as the Mounties, the good guys on horseback who helped tame Canada's wild frontier. And this is their training academy on the outskirts of the capital of Saskatchewan, Regina. It's where tourists line up to get a look at one of the most recognized images in the world. You're still able to see Mounties in full regalia. The red uniform is standard. But one thing that you'd be hard-pressed to find is a Mountie on a horse. So you don't chase bad guys?
Not on horseback, no.
For the modern Mountie, horses are only for show or mounted here at the Mountie Museum.
mounted as in stuffed, that is. Disappointing to visitors?
We don't have all the horses, but the good-looking guy's still around.
Guys and women, another addition to the ever-changing face of the mounted police.
It's tough, but it could be done by a girl.
So just what does it take to be a Mountie? There's, of course, the standard self-defense, but an emphasis on polite police work instead of brute force. Not to say that there isn't a need for physical agility.
You cannot become a mounted policeman without passing this test.
This is the final hurdle, a course designed to test speed and strength, chasing the bad guy not on horseback, but on foot.
Are Mounties as tough as other cops, or tougher?
Mounties will be as tough as need be to get the job done.
But you're polite about it if you're tough, right?
We'll say please and thank you.
And it's that courtesy which is very possibly the most enduring image of the Mountie, with a horse or without.
Now, if you want more information about the Mounties or vacations in Saskatchewan, here's a website to check out. And remember that you can always find online addresses from today's show at our Travel Update website. Check out travelupdate.com. We have travel links, deals, destination information, and lots more. That's travelupdate.com. Next week, something new in sailing. The Disney Magic is the newest ship to join the high seas battle for cruising dollars. We'll go on board to see what she has to offer the all-important cruise market. Then we'll take you to South Dakota, where not everyone's happy about the changes at Mount Rushmore.
And this is Jim Finnerty, ready for an on-the-edge adventure. We'll do some high-speed windsurfing in the blue waters of the Pacific.
That's all next week. Let's make one more stop before we go. A video postcard from South America and Rio de Janeiro. See you next weekend.
Travel Update is sponsored by Preview Travel, on the web at previewtravel.com. Also available on AOL. Preview Travel. Travel on your terms.
President under oath.